Thanks, guys. Already into week 7. He is Zach Mackey. I'm Mary Kate Harrian. Let's start it off. Just not a good weekend for Iowa at Northwestern. They looked so sad after that game. A lot of them were crying during the interviews. Poor Noah Fant, which, I mean, the game was not his fault at all. But you have to feel for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate it came down to that very last play with Noah Fant. Really, the offense just couldn't get into stride, couldn't get things going. They're best whenever they're able to establish that run game. You think of Iowa State, they put up 40-some points. This was kind of indicative of that Michigan State game when you couldn't establish a run, you couldn't get that going, so then things just didn't open quite as much. And they were constantly having that defense out there on the field trying to get the offense back out there to be able to move the ball.
Well, let's move on because the guys have to move on as well from that game. There's no time to dwell here. They have a trophy game tomorrow and a lot of football left to play still. But poor Brian Ferentz. He has been getting a lot of heat from social media, but he has not had an easy go. You know, he comes in, he's got the veteran offensive line. Now they have a bunch of freshmen starting. You know, you lose Boone Myers, you lose Ike. So not the same there. Then you have Akram Wadley and James Butler, the two-headed monster. James Butler gets hurt.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you got Stanley, who's young, and our wide receivers are young, obviously, besides Matt Vandenberg. So you feel for him. You know, it's been a hard go for him.
Yeah, for sure. Not an easy day one. He's had that new quarterback. He's got a new staff behind him as well.
Yep.
He's got a whole bunch of new guys in there. So they're still just trying to find ways to put up points, trying to get guys in space like Akram Wadley and try to put up a couple of points offensively.
Well, here's what Akram Wadley had to say on all of the outside noise this season.
I always tell a fan, man, if you want to, be a coach, get a team, coach your team, because there's a lot going on, I don't really get into what fans think, we let the coaches coach and the players play, because I was reading a few comments from fans, and they were saying all kind of things. I'm like, did you even watch the game? And we believe in the coaching staff we got now, and they believe in us. We all need to come together. It's all about wins and losses. We're not in panic mode at all. We know we got some talented players in the locker room. We just need to come together. We're doing a little bit of different things, as far as binding wise. Coming together as a team, and we're going to clean it up.
Well, Minnesota will head down to Iowa, which will be the 111th time these two teams have met. And by the numbers, you know what? Actually, no, because the Gophers only have one thing that matters. They have a little bit of a secret weapon, and I have to say it's pretty elite.
Every ball is an elite ball because it was thrown to you. Balls on the ground are unacceptable. Unacceptable. You understand that? So if you're going to stick one hand up there, you better go get it with one hand. You better be doing 1,000 one-handed drills a day. You good? Told you I'm tougher than I look. Pretty elite job. Okay. Kid plays baseball. 2 elite reps back to back. Keep stacking them up, kid. That's elite. Until you got soft with it. That's elite job. That's way better, Tanner. That's way better, Tanner. I think you guys be all right. Be elite, okay?
All we just saw was PJ Fleck. I don't know about you, Zach, but I want to play for a coach like that. You know how we saw me yesterday shooting lights out. I'm an elite player, so I need an elite coach like that.
Well, PJ Fleck has brought some life, that's for sure, into this Michigan State program, really, that was kind of struggling to kind of find its identity. All of a sudden now they have the row the boat, the elite. He's got all these little mantras, and now they're going to see if it's able to translate into playing football and winning football games.
In all seriousness, no, Minnesota is not going to be an easy game for the Hawkeyes by any means. They match up pretty well, though. They have 2 quarterbacks. Connor Rhoda, which is a 5th year and almost didn't come back for his 5th year. And PJ Fleck, right after he got hired, called him and offered him a scholarship. So I would have came back too. But then they got wide receiver, sophomore Tyler Johnson, who has 7 touchdowns. They have a 2 running back system, kind of like Iowa does with Shannon Brooks and Riley Smith. And 69% of Minnesota is all underclassmen. So I think it's going to be a good game. I'm excited for it. 5:30 night game inside of Kinnick, so it'll be good. The Floyd Trophy, though, goes all the way back to 1935, also the heaviest trophy the Hawks play for. But Bo Bauer had an opinion on the trophy, saying he thinks they should play for a real pig. Here's what the teammates and Coach Ferentz had to say on Bo's thoughts.
Bo mentioned that he thinks they should bring back having the live pig, and you guys play for the live pig on the sidelines. What would you think about that?
I mean, if we got a chance to eat it after the game, I mean, I'd like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Big bacon guy?
Yeah, I like bacon, yeah.
Bo said he'd like to have it be a live pig that you guys have to run over and get. What do you think about that?
Bo said that.
Yeah.
What, Nate's got a pig farm, right?
Wow,
Floyd
yeah.
just got a pig farm.
Yeah, that was funny. That caught me off guard. Bo is an interesting guy.
Just typical Bo, or?
Yeah, that would definitely be a Bo comment. But, I mean, I think the trophy's pretty sweet, but a live pig would also be awesome. Like, I mean, could you imagine, like, players walking around holding up a live pig? That'd be pretty sweet, too.
I'm not sure what we'd do. I mean, we'd find a really nice home for him. I know that. During the course of the then you got to worry about somebody like the Paulsons trying to kidnap it, and, you know, who knows what they might do. So probably not a good idea. Floyd is pretty good just the way he is right now.
I think it should be the trophy pig, not a real one. We got to worry about those Iowa Farm Boys. I think it's going to be a win for Iowa, though. Night game. I think they're going to come ready to play after the game against Northwestern last week.
Well, we agree on one thing. Iowa's going to win the game.
Very good. That is it for us. Kickoff is at 5:30 inside of Kinnick Stadium on Fox Sports 1. My guy Brady Kuhn will be on the call. Both teams 4-3 and playing for Floyd.
And come back on Monday for highlights for the game. Guys, back over to you.